Hello, everybody, and good morning. It's a little triple header here at the Corn Crib. First, starting with two games of KCL at 11 and 1, and then the Corn Belters later tonight. This first matchup is going to be between the Bobcats and the Prairie Flamingos. I'm Braden Hartman, and I'm with Leo Romano, and we have a good one going today. It's going to be the 13 and 6 Bobcats versus the 8 and 11 Prairie Flamingos.
The Bobcats have already clinched first place in the KCL, while the Flamingos are fighting to clinch that second and third place game. They sure don't want to see the Bobcats in the first round. A W today would get them there, and it starts with the right fielder and left-handed Adrian Arzola.
Arzola will step in. First pitch to him in there for strike one, and we are underway. The pitcher on the mound for the Bobcats, Isaiah Giganti. He has 2 innings pitched, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and 0 earned runs. Here's the second pitch. Hitting the air to right, and we're going to get started with a little base hit. It splits the gap in right. The right fielder will go field the ball, fire it in. And that is a leadoff single for Adrian Arzola.
Carter Harris out in right field does a nice job cutting that ball off, limiting Adrian Arzola to just a single. Completing the outfield, it's Caleb Hackman in left and Braden Main in center. Across the infield from third to first, Wyatt Roof, Anthony Gura, Brady Hart, Sam Mitri. We mentioned Giganti getting the start out of Des Moines Area Community College, and Drew Stevens is catching for him behind home plate.
Ripped over to third. It's fielded by Roof. He'll throw across the diamond. Throw goes over his head. It hits the dugout of the Bobcats. The runner goes to third. He thinks about going home, but he will go back. So it'll be second and third now for the Flamingos, and immediately 2 runners in scoring position.
Wyatt Roof does a nice job with the ground ball, but the throw kind of gets away from him. There's an errant throw that brought the first baseman, Sam Mitri, off the bag, and he couldn't collect it because it was also thrown pretty hard. And as you said, 2 in scoring position within a couple pitches.
Keaton Davis now at the plate. First pitch to him, swinging, and he'll foul it off. On deck is Maddox Clawwitter in the 4 spot. In the 5 spot, Anthony Couch. He'll play short. At second is Boston Cats. Batting 7th is Blaine Friedmansky doing the designated hitting. 8th is Nick Donellan as the next pitch misses low and away. Evens the count at 1-1. And batting 9th is Blake Willem, playing first.
I was surprised not to see an Alec Novotny bat in the lineup, but he is making the start for the Prairie Flamingos on the mound.
Giganti misses a little bit low, moves the count to 2-1.
Giganti, you mentioned only 2 innings pitched this year. Just 9 batters faced coming into this one. His infield is in right now.
Here's the 2-1. Fastball, fouled off directly behind him. And he's down to his last strike in this at-bat. 2-2 count for Davis. Davis, a .319 hitter. Leads the Prairie Flamingos in runs and is tied for second with RBIs. RBIs, he has 10. Runs, he has 14. Next pitch from Giganti misses just away. And it's now a full count, so he's now in danger of walking. The bases loaded. Working from the windup, he comes set. He's got his sign. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Fastball up high, gets him swinging. Really nice placement from Giganti. Gets him with the high fastball, and that is a big first out.
And it's his 3rd strikeout of the season in just 2.1 innings of work up to this point, as the third baseman and right-hander Maddox Clawwitter comes up to the dish. Infield is still playing in. The outfield's in its regular positions.
Here's the first pitch to Clawwitter, up and in. He has to duck to get out of the way. Ball 1. Doesn't get easier after Davis with Clawwitter. He leads the team in average with .429. He only has struck out 3 times this year. So really good barrel control, good eye. Next one up and high in the zone. He'll foul it off behind to the backstop. 1-1 count now. Clawwitter also has been hit 4 times. Hit by pitch 4 times. Seems like every game he's getting hit. He steps in now. That leads the team. 1-1. Here's the pitch from Giganti. Slider just catches the outside part of the zone. 1-2 now.
He'll always wear one for his team when it's coming at him.
Searching for the put-away pitch. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off to the left side. Clawwitter stays alive.
Clauder's done a nice job of that all season, as you were mentioning. The smog moving in already. First time that we've seen it from the wildfires up in Minnesota, Michigan, and Lower Canada.
Here's the 1-2 from Giganti. Slider misses away. Really nice take from Clawwetter. Evens the count at 2-2.
I wonder how the smog will come into effect throughout the course of the day. Obviously, we have 3 games here, so a busy afternoon at the Corn Crib.
2-2. Got him looking. Not an easy thing to do, as we said. That's only his now 4th strikeout for Clawwetter. It's the 2nd for Giganti in this one, and that's another big out. 2 back-to-back strikeouts, and there's now 2 outs.
That's an important out, as you have Anthony Couch stepping up to the plate now for the Prairie Flamingos. After the error by his third baseman, Wyatt Roof, he says, I'll take care of it myself, and now the infield back to its normal positions.
Really nice pitch from Giganti. Goes with the off-speed slider. Drops in the zone for strike 1. Anthony Couch steps in for the Flamingos, hoping to salvage at least 1 run. The Flamingos in danger of having runners on 2nd and 3rd and no outs and not scoring. Next pitch. Goes with the same with the slider. This time misses a little bit outside. It'll be 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Fastball up and away. Gets a swing and a miss from Couch. And Couch is going to have to fight now. Not going to be easy against Giganti. He has found it, striking out the last 2 hitters. And he's 1 pitch away from doing so to Couch as well and ending the inning. Lifts his leg and fires. Just caught a piece of it. Fouls it off to the right side, and we will do the 1-2 count once more.
Anthony Couch hasn't had his best stuff this summer at the plate. Only batting 190 with 4 RBIs, searching for numbers 5 and 6 right here.
The 1-2 once more. Fastball hit in the air to right, and it will go foul, just out of play.
Already hard for me to track these balls up here.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Braden, but
No, I did lose that one.
I lost that one. It lands just above the Portillo's Club out in right field behind the Bobcats bullpen.
Giganti fires it to the plate. Hit in the air to right. It's back there. Going back as the right fielder. It's over his head, and it's gone. Man, did that ball carry. Harris started back on it. I thought it was routine, and that ball just kept on carrying. Couch doesn't salvage just 1 run. He gets 3 with a 3-run homer. Flamingos lead early.
Beautiful swing there by Anthony Couch. Takes it to the opposite field. And that's what you do on an outside fastball like that. As some young fans gather around the ball and pick it up as a souvenir to take home. 3-0 right away.
That is Couch's first home run of the year. He was batting 190 coming to today's game. Maybe that's something that elevates him and gets him back in a groove. Next up to follow is going to be Boston Cats. The first pitch to him he swung at for strike 1. The next pitch from Giganti misses high. So it's 1-1 now. Man, off the bat, didn't seem like he caught it that low, but that ball must have had the right spin and the right oomph on it. Just carried out to the right side.
Wind blowing a little bit in his favor there, left to right, as we see
Here's the 1-2 from Giganti. A slider misses low and away. Evens the count at 2-2. Yeah, the wind, I would say maybe not straight out to right field. Kind of a little bit of a crosswind, but definitely blowing a little bit diagonally to the right side. It would help a baseball hit that way. Next pitch, Boston Cats fights it off. It goes behind him. It'll be a foul ball. 2-2. The count remains.
a baseball with that particular spin as well. Used the wind to his advantage. It was also a hard-hit ball, and it looked routine because the right fielder lost it.
2-2 fouled off once more. That caught a piece of the catcher, Stevens, so he'll walk that one off. For Giganti, he was one pitch away. He had runners on second and third with no outs. Everything working in his favor. Gets back-to-back strikeouts, steps on the mound, one pitch away, and all of a sudden, Anthony Couch launches to right, and instead of the one run, you look to get damage control, maybe only allow one run in that situation. You allow three when you had everything going in your favor.
3 unearned runs.
Correct. They reach on an error. That's a good point. Swing and a miss from Cats. So the last 3 outs are recorded via the strikeout. Boston Cats, the last one, goes down swinging. Gigante. Despite the 3 runs on the scoreboard, you're right, Leo, 0 earned because they reached via error. So we will go to the bottom of the first. Your score early, 3-0 Flamingos. Alec Novotny out on the mound for the Prairie Flamingos. Probably thought he wouldn't have the cushion that he has now, but he looks up at the scoreboard and reads 3-0. He comes into the game. He goes to Valpo College, and so far in KCL action, 9 innings pitched, 4 appearances, only 1 earned run in those 4 appearances. He'll come in to face the talented Bobcat lineup, and it starts with Anthony Guerra. First pitch to him misses just outside for ball 1.
Braden, I have to ask, when you go out for the first time as a pitcher and you already have a 3-run cushion, does your approach to batters change?
I would say it probably does. I know the 3 runs in the first inning probably, I would say, stick to your plan, but definitely as the game goes on, look to be more aggressive. As that ball's popped up in the shallow right field, Katz is under it. No, he doesn't make the play. I'm not even sure if he got a glove on that one. That one kind of just dropped in. He totally whiffed, it looked like. It lands in right. We'll see how it's scored. But Guerra is going to be on first to start this one.
The sun usually an issue on those fly balls that get just over the lights. But today, I think it's the smog already coming into effect. And I believe that one will go down as a hit.
I think they put it up for an error. The home team's batting, huh? We'll see. I think they did. Ground ball over to first. Fielded cleanly. Never mind. It gets away from him. Katz is there. He will not have time to flip it. I'm having a little bit of trouble tracking a little bit. Safe at first, so it's first and second now as Hackman. Back-to-back errors. Never mind. That one's going to be ruled a hit by our scoreboard. That one looked a little more like an error than the last one, in my opinion. But nevertheless, first and second now for the Bobcats. They'll bring up Drew Stevens, so immediately threatening.
Interesting start to this at-bat with the ball low and away.
My correction, that is Carter Harris. In my scorebook, I had him batting fourth. This ball's hit over to second, fielded cleanly by Katz. He'll flip to first, and that is your first out of this one. So now both runners advance, though, so it's second and third. And that is going to bring up number 29, Sam Mitri.
Bobcats with a late change to the lineup. Drew Stevens was supposed to bat third. Carter Harris just batted third. Sam Mitri now in the 4-hole.
Next pitch from Novotny. Fastball in the zone for strike one. To kind of go back. Now I think it definitely go back to what you were doing. But with the cushion, the 3 runs, you definitely look to be a little more aggressive against the hitter since you have the cushion. Usually, most of the time, that ball's hit down the right field line. That's going to score 2 runs for the Bobcats. Almost tripping over to first is Mitri, and he will get into second. That is a double for him. 2 RBI double.
Sam Mitri doing what he does best, and it's bringing in his teammates. 2 more RBIs for him makes this a 3-2 ball game. And now the DH, Max Willie, steps in on the left side, looking to do some more damage with only 1 away here in the bottom of the first.
First pitch from Novotny. Misses low for ball 1. Bobcats waste no time getting 2 of those runs back with 1 out. They could maybe even get that third one back if Willie can find some turf out there. 1-0 pitch. Goes with the fastball. Low and away. It is in the zone, though, so it'll be 1-1. Just catches the lower outside corner. Mitri over there at second after his 2-run double. Willie at the plate, batting lefty. Next pitch. Thought about offering at it, but it just missed. So that'll be 2-1 as he holds back his swing. Big swing and a miss from Willie. Really nice pitch by Novotny. Pulls the string with the slider. Got him to swing. 2-2 now.
Novotny's had the Bobcats number as of late, especially from the right-handed side. He went 3 for 4 last time.
The 2-2 pitch, another slider, misses low and away. That will move the count to full.
And that 3 for 4 batting performance the last time these 2 teams met fueled the Flamingos to an 8-7 win.
Here's the full count pitch. Willie just catches a piece of that one. Big swing from him. It catches the top part of the barrel. Fouls it off behind him. And he stays alive in this one, full count. Novotny's going to have to find another pitch. Novotny comes set, working from the stretch. Looks over at second. Couch retreats to his position. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That will be fouled off of his foot. And another nice job by Willie to stay alive in this one. Inside pitch. Fouls it off the middle of the bat, off of his foot.
Willie took a little piece of that one with him. Averaging .286 this season, already with 10 hits. One of 8 players with double-digit hits this season.
Another 3-2 fouled off to the right side. That'll end up near the Bobcat bullpen. Novotny will take his time to step back on the mound. Willie's ready, though. He's right back in the box, waiting for him. Novotny steps back on the mound.
He's proving once again why he's a hard out. Only 7 strikeouts on the season to his name.
Another 3-2. This time he got him swinging. Nice slider from Novotny. Will get Willie swinging. And there's 2 outs.
Make it 8 strikeouts to Max Willie's name now. As the breaking ball out of the hand of Alec Novotny gets him down swinging. And he'll bring up the center fielder and left-handed Braden Main.
Main comes into this game hitting .286. An awkward swing on the high and away fastball. Not a very competitive one. Main will swing and miss for strike 1.
Pulled his head out of that one. Anthony Couch, the shortstop, trying to hold Sam Mitri on at second.
0-1. Same spot. This time it doesn't get a swing from Main. He learns from his first mistake. Takes that one. It's now 1-1.
I like the green jerseys that the Bobcats are sporting with their orange numberings. For the Flamingos, it's their black jerseys.
Novotny drops an off-speed pitch on the outside part of the zone for strike 2. It's now 1-2. So Novotny can maintain that one-run lead if he can make a pitch here against Maine.
Whose jerseys throughout the season have you liked the most?
1-2, swing and a miss, strike three. I'll tell you after the break. That one drops back in the zone, gets him swinging. So that'll be the third out in this one. An eventful first inning. 3 runs scored from the Prairie Flamingos. The Bobcats answer with 2 of their own. It's 3-2. You're listening to KCL Baseball on the Normal Corn Belters YouTube. Welcome back to Normal Illinois. 3-2 game. Flamingos barely holding on to that one-run lead. They scored 3 in the top half of the first. The Bobcats answer with 2 of their own. It's a 3-2 game to start here in the top half of the second. Blade Freemanski takes ball 1. The 1-0 finds the zone with a fastball. Giganti having good command with that fastball so far. Did well in the first. Here's the 0-2. Hit in the air to right. Moving over to the right side, the wind will take it out of play, just out of play, into the Portillo's club over there. Now 2 strikes on Friedmanski. Giganti. Leaping try by Guerra over there at short. Hits off the top of his glove. Really nice effort from him, but it will not be enough. It goes into center field, and that is a base hit for Freemanski.
Great start to this inning for the Prairie Flamingos, who look to extend their 3-2 lead. And we'll take this time to re-meet the defense on the Bobcat side. Some late changes were made to the lineup just moments before first pitch, and we'll get you caught up with that after the first offering to Nick Donnellan.
First pitch to Donnellan. Just catches the top part of the zone for strike 1.
So the outfield, Braden, remains the same with Caleb Hackman, Braden Main, and Carter Harris from left to right. The infield, though, dramatic changes.
Yeah, I just noticed that too. Ground ball off the middle. It's going to be fielded by the second baseman. He bobbles it. The flip to second bobbled as well, and he's going to be safe. Everybody's safe. It'll be first and second for the Prairie Flamingos. A miscue by the middle infielders, Hart and Stevens.
Yes, Brady Hart and Drew Stevens with a few miscues there, and that error will put another aboard for the Prairie Flamingos. Max Willie now is the third baseman instead of Wyatt Roof, who's now catching. Drew Stevens, as you just mentioned, playing shortstop. Brady Hart remains at second. Sam Mitri at first. And yes, Isaiah Giganti is the pitcher.
Blake Williams Now steps in the righty, sporting a red helmet. He can put a charge into one if he wants to. He bats ninth today, and he has 2 ducks in the pond at first and second. Gigante falling behind immediately with the first pitch ball. Big swing and a miss on the next one to Willen. High fastball gets him swinging, evens the count at 1-1.
Already 3 errors in this one, and that miscue by Brady Hart obviously puts 2 aboard now. We'll see if it's...
Check over to second, nowhere near the covering Stevens into center field. The throw goes into second. Both Prairie Flamingos advance. Must have lost that one. Gigante came out of his hand weirdly. It'll go into center field. Both Prairie Flamingos advance a base.
Gigante must have heard me as well. I was going to see if it was going to get any better for these 2 teams, and then that one gets away from Gigante for the 3rd Prairie Flamingo error. Make it 4 in this game as the infield shifts in slightly.
The 1-1 fastball up and away, misses. 2-1 count now. I was getting ready, Leo, for you to tell me that Gigante was not pitching, and it was some other random Bobcat on the mound. Next pitch, fastball up in the zone, but it catches a swing from Willie, leaving the count at 2-2.
Gigante always wears that arm sleeve when he's out on the mound. It's a black one on the right elbow.
2-2. Same spot with the fastball. He'll get Willen swinging. So he collects his first out himself with the strikeout, and we'll send it right back up to the top to Arzola.
All 4 outs of his are via the strikeout, and he's had to do it all himself here early, as his third baseman Max Willie and second baseman Brady Hart each have an error of their own through 1 1/3.
Bobcat pitching coach will walk out to the mound to talk to the entire infield, probably telling everybody to relax, take a chill pill, if you will, and reset. You get a big out there with the strikeout. Second and third for the Prairie Flamingos. Adrian Arzola has already gotten a hit today. He's singled to start the charge back in the first.
We mentioned all the defensive changes for the Bobcats moments before first pitch. It also changes the batting order. So it was actually Caleb Hackman who led things off with a single. And then Drew Stevens, who's at shortstop, also singled. It was Harris then who grounded out to second. Sam Maitre with the double and back-to-back Ks to Willie and Braden Main.
I think, ironically, I finished writing my lineup at 10:45, so 2 minutes too late, or too early, I guess. Fouled off. That one catches a piece of the catcher roof, and then we'll hit the backstop. He seems to be all right, though. 1-1 count. Arzola, the lefty, stepping in. He's 1 for 1 today. Here's Gigante's 1-1. Up and away fastball misses. It'll be 2-1 now. That one missed arm side. Good spot. Couldn't get Arzola swinging. 2-1 count. Here's Gigante's offering. A little bit closer to the zone, but it's same vicinity on that one. A high and away fastball just off the corner. 3-1.
Infield in.
All the infield to the Bobcats. In. And that'll be a walk. So they will remain in with the bases loaded now as Arzola works a walk.
That's not going to hurt you if you're Isaiah Gigante. You had first base open. You might as well surrender it to Adrian Arzola, who already had your number earlier in this one with a hard hit line drive single into right center. And now it brings up Grant Dose, who reached on an error his first time up.
First pitch to Dose in the zone for strike one. The corner is playing even, but the second baseman and shortstop will move back just a tad. Dose behind 0-1 right away as Gigante finds the zone. Here's the next pitch. Just inside. Near miss. 1-1 count now.
I like the spot, though, out of Gigante.
The 1-1 pitch to Dose. High fastball misses. And it's now 2-1.
That's one thing about Dose is it's going to be hard to get him to swing at pitches outside of the zone.
Next pitch from Gigante. This time catches his own. Up and away fastball in the zone just off the corner. 2-2 now. Dose being really selective in this at-bat.
Very patient hitter.
Here's the 2-2. That one missed. An uncompetitive pitch from Gigante has moved this one to full count. So everyone's going to have to dig deep here on this one. Gigante looks in for the sign. He's got it. Here's the full count pitch. Fastball in the zone, called strike 3. An inside fastball catches the inside part of the zone. That is a giant, enormous strikeout for Gigante. And that is the second out, and I think that might be the end to his day. And it will. Coming into the game is going to be Parr. He'll replace Gigante. We'll talk more about his outing when we come back from a short break. Brady Parr stepping in for the Bobcats to replace Gigante. His first pitch to Keaton Davis misses inside for ball 1. He's working for the windup with the bases loaded for the Flamingos. Next pitch, ripped foul to the left side. He was the count at 1-1. Brady Parr attends Parkland Community College. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 2 appearances.
Been really solid so far. He has a good fastball and works in some good movement.
Here's the 1-1. Off speed can't catch the inner part of the zone. 2-1 now.
Gigante had a good day. No earned runs, 5 strikeouts.
This time he finds the zone, evens the count at 2-2. Took a little bit off that one with a slider for strike 2. 2-2 now. He's 1 pitch away from leaving him loaded. Can Parr do it? Lifts his leg, fires the 2-2. Misses just away. Now a full count. Now a completely different situation with a full count, bases loaded, 1 pitch away from walking in from walking in a run and increasing the lead to 2. Here it is. Here's the 3-2. Runners on the go. Misses low. So Davis works a walk. It'll be another run for the Flamingos. It's now 4-2.
Another unearned run at that. Nick Donnellan, after the leadoff single from Blade Formansky, reached on an error.
Clawwitter will now take his second at-bat of the day. He struck out looking in his first at-bat. A rare occurrence, just his fourth strikeout of the year. Here's the first pitch to him. A little bit of a weak line drive to the right side. It landed just foul past the reach of Mitri over there at first. That'll be strike one on the foul ball, 0-1. Here's Parr's 0-1 offering. Hit in the air to right, and it's going to land foul near the Bobcat bullpen. So 2 foul balls, quickly behind 0-2 now for Clawwitter. You have to fight back. 2 outs in this inning. Parr just 1 out away from getting out of it. The bases are loaded. Comes set from the windup. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses low. Not a bad spot with the 0-2 count. Misses low and away for ball 1.
Clawwitter, 8 RBIs on the season and looking for his 16th hit, which would break the tie with Braden Barber, Roy Roseman, and Keaton Davis.
The 1-2. Great take by Clawwitter. I probably would have swung at that one, Leo. Slider just outside of the zone. 2-2 now.
I'm telling you, Parr has great movement.
Next pitch fouled off barely by Clawwitter. Just barely caught a piece of it. Top end part of the barrel goes behind him for a foul ball.
Bobcats have yet to get any help from the field.
Already 3 errors today. Next pitch, big swing and a miss. So Clawwitter down on strikes, and that'll end it. They leave him loaded. Great job by Parr with the damage control with the bases loaded. He gets out of this one. 4-2 game now, though, as the Prairie Flamingos do score a run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. The 7-hitter, Brady Hart, will now step in. He takes his first at-bat here in this one. Comes in the bottom half of the second. First pitch ripped up the middle, and right away gets his first hit into center field. He'll lead this one off with a single.
Brady Hart now 11 hits on the season. His batting average creeping up to that 300 mark. An excellent piece of hitting by the second baseman as he takes a pitch down the middle, right back up.
First pitch misses just away from Novotny. Man behind the dish, Wyatt Roof. Now stepping in to hit. He's the 8-hitter today.
Part of a late change over from third base.
Hit in the air, that'll go foul to the right side. Brady Hart over there at first after the leadoff single. 1-1 count. Novotny on the mound. He now has a 2-run lead after the Prairie Flamingos scored 1 in the top half of the second. Hit in the air to right. It's going to be playable for the right fielder out there, Arzola, by the wall. The wind pushed that one as much as it could. Right next to that wall, next to the Portillo's Club, down the right field foul line. And it could not quite blow it out, though, as Arzola hauls it in for the first out.
Good play by Adrian Arzola, able to track that down. Made a tough fly ball down the right field line look quite routine as it sets up the late addition to this lineup today, the designated hitter, Lawson Schickel.
Lawson Schickel, the lefty, steps in, hoping to fare a little bit better than Roof here in that previous at-bat. Runner on the go, throw down to second. Will beat him by a mile. The tag, call out at second. No chance for Hart to get into second. What a throw by Davis.
Wow. Not even close. Keaton Davis showing off the arm behind home plate. And that throw beat the base runner by a country mile.
Novotny drops a nice curveball into the zone. Really nice pitch from him. Comes set once more. Here's the next pitch. Goes with a fastball. Ground ball over to Couch, who fielded it with his glove fired across the field. And that will be the third out. Very nice inning from Novotny. Puts up a big 0 after they score in the top half of the second. We'll go to the third. Your score, Flamingos 4, Bobcats 2. Bottom of the second, ready to get underway. Anthony Couch will lead off. First pitch to him. Misses inside, maybe a changeup from Parr. Misses inside for ball 1. After all the lineup changes, I'm finally situated with my scorebook, so I'll be able to provide accurate placement of where people are on the field and the lineup. Kind of a crazy change, Leo. It was not even just a few changes, but the entire lineup seemed to move around. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Just misses. So 3 straight balls from Parr.
To your
Not 2
point,
big misses, just kind of right around the zone, cannot find it.
yeah, to your point, the whole lineup kind of moving down. Prairie Flamingos, though, stayed the same.
Check swing. Couch will be upset about that one. Just barely caught a piece of it. And it fouls back to the backstop. 3-1 count now.
And I'm sure the Prairie Flamingos are glad they kept Anthony Couch in the lineup. The shortstop already with the 3-run homer back in the first.
The 3-1 into the turf on the right side, and that'll be ball 4. So Anthony Couch will walk to lead off this bottom half of the second. The Prairie Flamingos immediately have a runner on.
For Anthony Couch, that'll be walk number 9 on the season, as he'll reach base safely yet again in this contest. And now Brady Parr has to face the second baseman, Boston Cats.
Cats struck out in his first at bat. He'll come up now with Couch over there at first. First pitch to him, misses inside, an off-speed pitch. Struggling to find the zone, but as I said, not very wild pitches, just barely missing. Parr comes set, checks first, then comes to the plate. Ground ball over to second. This should be 2 if it's fielded cleanly. They'll get 1. Never mind, he throws the ball away. Hart, another miscue in the middle infield. Maybe some bad chemistry between the two. As that one goes a little bit high. Stevens had to jump up to grab it. He could not come up with it. I gotta stop assuming, Leo. Now, first and second for the Prairie Flamingos. I assume that would be routine.
It looked like it would have been routine, but Brady Hart, with a bad throw over to Drew Stevens, took him off the bag, and he wasn't even able to haul it in.
Bobcats shoot themselves in the foot again. This ball's hit into right. It'll be a long foul ball to the right side. Now 4 errors in this game for the Bobcats.
And they're going to charge that one to the shortstop, Drew Stevens, for dropping the ball.
No, that's not correct. 0-1 count in the zone. I mean,
I don't agree with that.
our scores book must have looked away for that one, because Hart threw that ball a mile above Stevens' glove, and he had to jump to try and make that catch. And great effort by him to try and haul it in, and he couldn't. It's definitely not an error. Or sorry, it's not an error on Stevens. It would be on the thrower, Hart. 1-2 count now to Friedmanski.
I agree with you.
Here's the 1-2. Parr misses low, so it's now 2-2, even count. I'm curious, if you take away maybe half of those errors, what the score looks like. 2-2 pitch, ripped into left field for a base hit. That's going to score at least 1. Both runners will stop a base, but the runner from second will score. And it is now 5-2 Prairie Flamingos.
Anthony Couch has now scored both times. He's reached base today. Obviously had the home run back in the first. And now driven in by Blaine Friedmanski for the 5th run of the contest for the Prairie Flamingos, who have now scored in every single inning. And going back to your point, could be a shutout game here for the Bobcats pitching staff if it weren't for all the errors.
First pitch to Nick Donnellan. Off-speed pitch misses high from Parr. Friedmanski took the mojo from the first at bat, and he singled in the second right into the one you just heard about. Singles here in the bottom of the third, scores another run for the Prairie Flamingos. Next pitch from Parr misses as well. Parr has been unable to find the zone much in this inning. Still no outs. Runners in first and second for the Prairie Flamingos. Slider this time, he does catch it. And it'll even the count at 1-1. When he throws that pitch, the slider, it looks really good. He's just barely missing a little bit. He's got good command with it, just not getting the call. Here's the next pitch. Goes with the inside pitch this time. Changes the direction, but that one misses as well.
Donnellan reached on one of Brady Hart's errors his last time up in the second. Has a runner in scoring position and a man on first.
Running the go from second. The ball gets away from the catcher Roof. It'll go to the backstop, so really won't matter as Donnellan works a walk. He'll end up at first. The bases are now loaded for the Prairie Flamingos.
Boston Cats on third, Blaine Fermansky on second. Nick Donnellan now the runner on first after the walk. And now Blake Willen, after striking out his first time up, has a chance here to really break this game open. Prairie Flamingos already up 5-2. And now the first baseman has a big opportunity from the right side.
First pitch to Willen. Misses low. Parr having, as we said, trouble finding the zone. As you know, if you can't get ahead of hitters, it can be really hard to pitch to some of the bigger bats like Willen. Here's the 1-0. Fastball. Lonaway catches the strike zone for strike one. Even count now, 1-1. Parr has brought it back. Do an even count. He's got a sign. Rocks and fires. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss from Willen.
This Bobcats pitching staff has recorded all 6 of their outs via the strikeout. But they're doing their job in allowing the Flamingos to put the ball in play.
Here's the 1-2 to Willen. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's his second strikeout already today. He's 0 for 2.
Make that 7 outs and 7 strikeouts. This Bobcats pitching staff having to do it all themselves with the 4 errors already charged to the home team here today. Could be due to the late changes or just an early morning start.
Adrian Arzola takes a big hack at this one, hits it in the left field. It'll be caught by Hackman. The runners will not go as the thrown in. Nice throw from Hackman to prevent all the runners from going. It was shallow enough, they probably weren't going anyway, but solidifies that. The bases will remain loaded now with 2 outs off of the flyout from Arzola.
Not a bad piece of contact from Adrian Arzola in that spot. Was looking to lift something to bring in a run. Just didn't quite carry far enough into left field, and Caleb Hackman made an easy play on it.
First pitch in there to Grant Doe's, bounces in there for ball 1. A beautiful Sunday here at the Corn Crib. Not a whole lot of fans, but it's a day game on a Sunday. Obviously, people have a lot going on right now.
And they'll keep filing in throughout the day.
The 1-0 ripped into left. This is going to get over the head of Hackman all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Are they going to bring the next? They are. Chugging for home. The throw will miss the cutoff man. He's going to try for third. The slide dose is out at third. I think originally he was safe. He slid in with his hands, caught it, tried to wrap around with his foot, and I think he came off barely, trying to transfer from the hand to his foot. But all 3 runs do score in time. So that is a big hit regardless for Grant Dose.
What a piece of hitting there from the center fielder. Takes it down the left field line. That ball ripped off the bat. Would love to see the numbers on that one. But eventually gets thrown out at third after clearing the bases.
With a big swing, all of a sudden it's an 8-2 ball game. The Prairie Flamingos kind of running away with it right now. We'll see how the Bobcats respond. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Alec Novotny done for the day. Throws 2 innings. And next in is going to be Heath Hornke. Seen a lot of action in KCL action this year. 7 1/3 pitched. 2-2 record in 6 appearances. First pitch is a strike. Next pitch, big swing and miss from Hackman. Quickly gets him to 0-2.
His 11.45 ERA is due to the fact that he can get lazy with his deliveries sometimes, and he loses his command.
0-2 ripped into left field. That'll be a base hit. So Hackman hoping to spark something for the Bobcat lineup. Nice leadoff single from him. Ripped into left field.
Hackman with his second hit of the game already. And now it brings up the shortstop number 9, Drew Stevens, who reached on an error his first time up by the first baseman, Blake Willen.
First pitch to Stevens, fouled off. It'll end up out of play and onto the concourse area on the right side of the corn crib. Strike 1. As you mentioned, Stevens reached on that error back in the first. Runner on the go. The pitch goes way over the head of the catcher, Davis. The runner, Hackman, was running as the pitch was being thrown. Got a good jump, but the ball sails over the head of Davis. He'll be able to slow down a little bit and walk into second. 1-1 count now to Stevens.
I was surprised to see Hackman take off there. No stolen bases on the year up until that point.
Next pitch, fastball, misses high.
Wonder if it even counts as a stolen base, as that ball got away from Keaton Davis. Luckily, Davis was able to haul in that pitch from Hornke. Otherwise, it would have been third base for Hackman.
Another fastball misses high. It's 3-1.
Location has been an issue so far this summer for Heath Hornke. He's already issued 13 walks.
3-1 from Hornke this time. Nice pitch on his part. Top part of the zone, a fastball. Gets Stevens swinging, moves the count to full. And that was night and day from the previous 2 pitches.
Looked very similar. This time Drew Stevens wanted to take a hack at it.
Full count pitch. Ripped into left. It's hit well. Donovan moves to his left. He'll make the play for a first out. Good piece from Stevens. Nothing to show for it. It's a first out.
Nothing wrong with that at bat. He worked up Heath Hornke's pitch count. Put a good swing on it. Just hit it right to the left fielder in Nick Donnellan, as he just had to range over a couple of feet. Now it's Carter Harris who steps into the dish on the left side.
Harris will hit with Hackman over there at second. Hackman, not blazing speed, but if a ball is hit into the outfield, there is a good chance he can score. First pitch to him misses up and away for a ball. So Harris will start this matchup between him and Hornke, ahead 1-0. Hornke checks second twice, then comes to the plate. Nice pitch, outside part of the plate, gets it called for strike 1.
Carter Harris in his first plate appearance today grounded out to Boston Cats, but it advanced both Hackman and Stevens, who ended up scoring on the Sam Mitri double.
1-1 just misses high, maybe a little bit away as well. 2-1 count now. Hornke, when I'm looking at him, Leo, it feels like sometimes, you said he gets lazy with the delivery. It seems like sometimes he doesn't follow through all the way. And those are the ones that are missing high, like those couple of fastballs. As that one misses high and away for a ball.
Right, and you know more than anyone, finishing your delivery and really pulling down is super important in baseball.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Really nice spot from Hornke. Couldn't get the call. So Harris will take first. It's first and second now.
And there's walk number 14 charged against Heath Hornke this season. First base was open. Now it puts the force out everywhere. First, second, and third. Not home, of course. For Sam Mitri, who already has a 2 RBI double to his name this morning.
already done quite a bit of damage. He steps in for his second at bat. On the go as a runner from second, way ahead. Another great throw from Davis. Guns him down at third. Caleb Hackman caught, trying to take third, and now it'll be runner at second as Harris advanced to second. A double steal attempt. Only one person safe, and it's not the one that the Bobcats wanted.
Keaton Davis does it again. Already 2 putouts on the base paths.
That pitch missed for a ball. As the next pitch from Hornke, a fastball, gets him swinging. Evens the count at 1-1. Mitri took a big hack at that one. He's got a chance to collect his third RBI in this one. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball right back to Hornke. He'll get the sure out at first, walk over there, flip the ball over to Willen, and that is your third out. Hornke, very nice inning, limits the damage, and a great job by Davis to gun that runner down at third. That is a huge out in this one. So we will go to the top of the fourth. The Bobcats do not score. It remains 8-2.
Catcher, number 28, Keaton Davis.
Top of the fourth, ready to get underway here at the Corn Crib. Leading off is going to be Keaton Davis. That past half inning had a big put out. He threw the ball over to third base and caught Hackman trying to swipe a bag. And that set up that ground out from Mitri. A little comebacker right to Hornke, and he would flip it over to first for the third out. 1-0 to start this one. This ball's hit in the air behind the plate for a foul ball. Evens the count at 1-1. Parr still on the mound for the Bobcats. Surrendered 4 runs back in that third inning just an inning ago. Goes with the slider, catches the zone.
Keaton Davis out of Spoon River College, batting .319 this summer, entering today's contest.
Popped up, it'll just get out of play behind the backstop. And remain a 1-2 count. Davis so far today has struck out and walked, so still searching for that first hit. Here's the 1-2 to Davis. Ground ball over to third. It's hit well, but it's fielded by Willie. Routine for him. Throws to first for the first out.
That ball hit hard off the bat of Keaton Davis, and Max Willie does an easy job fielding it cleanly on his gloved side and tossing it over to Sam Mitri with plenty of time to spare. And now it'll bring up the right-handed third baseman in Maddox Clauder, who's already been a victim to the strikeout 2 times. He's 2 of 7 Ks against this Flamingos lineup.
Ground ball, Stevens, routine for him as well. Throws it over to Dimitri at first, and that is a quick 2 outs. Great work by Parr so far in this inning. Gets 2 ground outs.
The shortstop, number 22, Anthony Couch.
Anthony Couch steps in. 2 very productive at-bats. He had that 3-run homer back in the first and walked just an inning ago back in the third. He led off that half inning. The Prairie Flamingos scored 4 runs. 2 outs now. Couch will have to do his hitting immediately behind as Parr flips a slider in the zone for strike 1.
Parr, he's been excellent so far.
Excellent command with the slider. Drops it in there once more. 0-2 now. I really love the movement on that.
It's beautiful.
The 0-2 to Couch. Ground ball over to third. Gloved by Willie. Throw slightly on the run. He'll get him at third. And that is 3 ground outs. Great work by Parr in this half inning. Puts up the first 0 that the Prairie Flamingos have put up there. Unable to score here in the top of the 4th. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Your score remains 8-2. You're listening to KCO Baseball on the Normal Corn Belters YouTube. Bobcats finally hold the Prairie Flamingos to no runs. They'll step up now on the offensive side, hoping to score some more of their own. They have not scored since the first inning. Hornkey remains on the mound here in the 4th. First pitch to Max Willie misses away for ball 1.
And this is a great part of the lineup to get things rolling for the Bobcats. Max Willie, Braden Main, and Brady Hart.
Ripped over to second. Katz gloves it. Nice little flip over to the first baseman, William, for the first out. So Willie now 0 for 2, striking out in the first and grounding out right there in the 4th. Next up is going to be Braden Main. He also struck out in his first at-bat back in the first. They look for a little bit more of a productive at-bat against Hornkey now. The lefty will face the righty Hornkey. Here's the first pitch. Very awkward swing as Main tried to get a piece of a ball that was probably a foot out of the zone for strike 1.
I think you had to say that about Braden Main's first swing of the day, too, back in the first.
Here's the 0-1. Tries again in the same spot. Main wisely takes. I'm pretty sure that's how it went, too. This is identical to his first at-bat. We'll see if Hornkey remains with the fastball or if he tries an off-speed against Main. Here's the 1-1. Kind of a choppy swing. Is it going to remain in play? It's near the netting. And Davis makes the catch right next to the netting. And that's a gift for Hohenke. He'll take that one. 2 outs now.
Second baseman.
That's always demoralizing as a hitter to pop out to the catcher behind home plate. And Keaton Davis makes a not-so-easy play look normal.
Next up is Brady Hart. 1 for 1 today with a single in the second. First pitch to him. Nice pitch from Hohenke. Aggressive with the first pitch. Ahead now 0-1. That one's called strike 1.
After he singled, he was thrown out by Keaton Davis, stealing second.
Ground ball over to third. Clawwater gloves it. Throw to first. Just in time. I think Clawwater thought he had a little bit more time than what he actually did, but he does still get the third out. Another extremely clean inning.
It's not a left. We've played 4.
As the Bobcats go down 1, 2, 3. 2 ground outs and 1 pop out. We'll go to inning number 5.
Boston Cast.
Boston Cats. He's going to lead off the top half of this 5th inning. Comes up to some Michael Jackson. Leo, did you see the Michael Jackson movie?
I have yet to see it.
Yeah, I was one of those people. I decided, well, I think I'll wait till I don't have to pay to see that in the theater. Also, very busy time, so didn't have the chance as that is ball 1. I've heard good things about it, though. That one's popped up in the infield. Everybody's being called off by Mitri over there at first. He'll make the play. And another quick start to the top of the inning as that is a pop-out.
Didn't have time to see that one, but did have the time for the 3-hour rendition of Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan's The Odyssey
Yes.
just a couple of nights ago.
I will say, unbelievable movie. Here's the first pitch to Friedmansky, hit in the air, foul to the right side. I will say, it's not gory. That's not what I'm looking for. But obviously, with a Greek mythology film or like your typical Roman, like a lot of war, a lot of carnage, it was a little bit much at times. But incredible picture, incredible actors, incredible story. As we all know, the story of Odysseus. I read the Odyssey back in 4th grade, which my mom was shocked to hear. She thought that was kind of a little bit probably early to be reading
It does
stuff
seem
like
early.
that. But yes, we had a full Greek mythology unit in 4th grade. We talked about that. We read Percy Jackson, some of the other stuff to learn about some of that stuff. It's truly fascinating to talk about. I know a lot of people who are really into some of that stuff, as our very own intern Brady Goodman was into it so much that he paid an abysmal amount of money for the Trojan horse that was sitting as a prop at the concession stand. Leo, do you think that that was truly for sale, or do you think that they were like shocked that he'd asked, like $65, please? 'Cause that ball's hitting the left field, and he's gonna let that one drop. It'll be fielded by the third baseman. Kind of a weird one. That one was kind of off the end of the bat into left field. Hackman gave up on it and was allowing the infielder, Stevens and Willie were around the play. Willie was the one to pick it up, and it will be a single for Friedmansky.
Not one, not two, but 3 singles now for the DH, Blaine Friedmansky. He's doing his job as the designated hitter. To answer your question, I think that was for sale, and
Really?
even though it
Okay.
was $65, not a terrible purchase.
You don't think so?
It's kind of cool. And
It
the
was
story
cool.
behind
It was cool. Yeah,
is a good one, and
that's true.
it came with some popcorn, so
It did come with some popcorn. Fouled off behind the backstop. Quickly
For-
moves to 0-2.
for a Greek mythology movie, no Greek actors, and I think it stood out to a lot of the Greeks across seas. I've heard that they didn't like the rendition.
Really? That ball's fouled off the left side. They didn't like it because there wasn't any Greek people in it? Is that what you're trying to say? Or they just didn't
From
like
what
the
I've
rendition?
heard,
I see.
there are rumors that
Have-
it was an inaccurate portrayal of characters.
Wow.
But
All right.
you know what? I'm not going to get into the politics of it. I thought it was a great movie, and we'll move on and focus back in on baseball as Oaks tosses one over to Sam Mitri to check in on Friedmansky.
Tried to pick him off. Not very competitive. He'll die back safely. Count remains 0-2 to Nick Donelan. Donelan has reached on an error and walked today, in danger of striking out. As that pitch bounces, Keaton Davis picks it up, throw it down to third. It'll catch, I think, the ankle. That can't feel good. Off the ankle of Friedmansky, sliding into second. I gotta say, obviously not great that Friedmansky got hit, but the fact that hit him in the ankle before he slid into first, it's hard to make a better throw than that. The Bobcat catcher Roof was an unbelievable throw over there to second. Really nice try, but obviously wouldn't have beat the runner, and Stevens couldn't grab it as it hit off the ankle of Donelan.
Yeah, that's a really
Or,
good
sorry,
point.
Friedmansky.
Exactly where you want the ball. But Friedmansky there first.
Here's the 1-2. That one just misses. Really nice take from Donelan. That was close. That's hard to take. Now a 2-2 count. What was your favorite scene from the Odyssey movie, Leo?
Oh, man. There were so many good ones. I think the emotional scene when Odysseus finally returns home as that ball's fouled off behind us.
Fouled off.
Putting the arrow together
Mhm.
and then stringing it.
That was my favorite.
I
too.
mean, talk about aura.
yeah, that is the
Matt
definition
Damon returns
of
home
aura.
in like his 5th movie.
Off the middle of the bat, it'll be caught by the first baseman, Mitri. He's seeing a lot of action over there at first. He'll catch the second out in this one. And now there's 2 down, and the Flamingos down to their final out. And it once again will be in the hands of Blake Willen, who has not been able to come through twice. He gets a 3rd chance with the runner in scoring position here.
You know, Hollywood has spent $600 million on movies in which Matt Damon is trying to find home and return home.
What are some of the other movies? I'm not very cultured in the movie department, especially with Matt Damon movies, but fouled off to start this one. You go research that one. I'll give you some time. As Blake Willen starts this count, 0-1. As we said, struck out in the second, struck out in the third, both times with runners in scoring position. He has a 3rd chance to come through here. Can he do it? 0-1 count. Oaks has looked sharp Runner to the go from second. Big swing and miss from Willen.
At stolen bases brought
It's
to you
now
by
0-2. The swing from Willen. Roof was not able to find a path to throw to third. And he was able to get there safe. I don't think it would have mattered. Really nice jump from Friedmanski to take third.
I found the other movies, by the way.
Swing and a miss. Willen down on strikes for third straight time. We will talk about some of those movies when we come back for the break. The Prairie Flamingos failed to score once more. And a scoreless top of the fifth. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth, but we're going to stretch first. We'll see you in just a few moments.
number 21.
The man from Carl Sandburg will now step on the mound for the Prairie Flamingos. Parker Eggenberger, the righty. His first assignment will be to face Wyatt Roof, the catcher for the Bobcats.
Eggenberger only with 8 innings of work to his name with an 11.38 ERA.
First pitch to Roof is hit in the air to right. It will be blown just out of play into the seats where the box seats change to the bleachers down the right side of the corn crib. And that'll be a foul ball for strike one. I don't think the first baseman, Willen, would have had a play. He was not quite there in time. That'll be strike one. Next pitch from Eggenberger. Another foul ball, this time right behind him. It'll go over the backstop and 0-2. So Eggenberger has Roof right where he wants him. 0-2 count. Comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slider ground ball over to Clawwater. Fielded cleanly. Over to first. They're going to have to try and tag him. They're going to say he did. Willen had to jump off of the bag, but was able to get the web of his glove on the runner Roof. So that is going to be the first out. He's going to stand in first, and the Bobcats coach is going to ask the umpires to talk about it. It was a very close play. Willen had to reach out quite a bit to try and touch Roof. We're going to see what they're going to say. And they're going to overturn this one. They're going to say he was safe. The home plate umpire coming in and saying, no, I don't think he tagged him. And that was all that the base umpire needed to hear. So Roof is going to be safe, and that'll go down as probably an error on the throw from Clawwater. First pitch to Lawson Schickel misses for ball one.
Lawson Schickel, the DH, grounded out to shortstop his first time up, and now he returns home. Speaking of returning home, we got to go back to Matt Damon.
Is that next pitch? Misses low, 2-0 now.
Matt Damon returned home for the 5th time in his career, as Hollywood has spent over $600 million on films in which he does so.
Next pitch, ground ball over to first, and it eats up Willen. Runs to retrieve it, but it will be too late. Lawson Schickel now on first. Back-to-back errors from the Prairie Flamingos and the Bobcats. All of a sudden have a runner in scoring position at second and 2 total runners on. And the next man up to bat is going to be the dangerous Caleb Hackman, who was 2 for 2 today already with 2 singles.
Caleb Hackman's already had himself a day. Before the Odyssey, it was The Martian, Interstellar, Saving Private Ryan, and Gary.
A slider up in the zone gets Hackman swinging on the first pitch. He misses, and that will be strike one, 0-1 now. Next pitch, check swing, but it caught part of the bat of Hackman. I believe, no, they're are they going to say that he didn't swing? He check swung at it, and they're going to say it hit him. That's going to cause the coach of the Flamingos to come out and ask that they talk about it. It was a check swing from Hackman, and they're going to say it caught part of his hand. He's shaking it out, but he doesn't seem to be too hurt. So
yeah, the Prairie Flamingos manager seems to have a good point here. He said, well, just look at the reaction Caleb Hackman had to that. It looked like it was a foul ball off the knob.
And they're going to send him back. I mean,
yeah,
you could try and sell it all you want, but Hackman, if you actually got hit in the hand right on the handle, you're probably going to have a little bit more of a reaction than what Hackman did.
Oh, he would have felt it for sure, and you could tell by his reaction to the foul ball that it was indeed off the knob as he looked frustrated and bent over to his knees out of anger. But now he'll step back up, down 0-2.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball just misses outside. Really nice spot. But could not get Hackman to offer at it. And that's a really nice take on his part. 1-2 now. Eggenberger looks over to second. Retreating back to position is Couch. Here's the pitch. A slider gets him swinging. So a hit by pitch gets taken back, and it turns into a strikeout for Eggenberger. Great work on his part. He gets a K.
Eggenberger adds another strikeout to his resume this season after Roof and Schickel both reached on errors.
Drew Stevens comes in now. He reached on an error in the first, lined out in the third. Here's the first pitch from Eggenberger and misses in the turf. It'll be dug out by Davis, the catcher. And it'll be ball 1. Still runners at first and second, only 1 out. So plenty of room for Stevens to do damage here. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air to center. Dose under it. He'll make the catch. No tag from second. So 2 big outs now for Eggenberger. There's now 2 outs with runners at first and second. And now 1 more out. There'll be another runner left in scoring position for the Bobcats. But Carter Harris has something to say about it. The lefty will stand in, hoping to salvage at least 1 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Ryan Fox just fulfilled a lifelong dream. The Open Championship belongs to Ryan Fox at Royal Brookdale.
As that pitch is missed, swung on and missed by Carter Harris. For strike 1, a slider.
Had to add that in there.
Oh, for sure. Here's the next pitch. Strike ball outside part of the zone. It'll be 0-2 now. So Harris down to his final strike and potentially the final strike of the inning. 2 outs, runners at first and second. What will Eggenberger throw? Here's the 0-2. Goes with the off-speed away. Cannot get a swing from Harris. That'll be 1-2 now. Tried to get him to swing on the outside pitch. Eggenberger checks second twice, then comes to the plate. Just away. Eggenberger thought he had him. It will remain now a 2-2 count as that pitch missed away. Evens the count at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball over to first. It'll end up foul. So the count will remain 2-2. Harris stays alive.
Bobcats still have plenty of opportunities left in this one, with the 6th and 7th looming ahead, but down 8-2 with 2 runners on and 2 outs. You feel like, Braden, that Carter Harris has to do something right now.
Got to start somewhere. Here's the 2 pitch from Eggenberger. Big swing and a miss. Swing and a foul tip from Carter Harris. And he stays alive once more. 2-2 count. Fouled off to the left side. 7 errors combined from these 2 teams on the field right now for the Bobcats and the Flamingos. Gonna need lockdown defense here. Called strike 3. Backdoor slider gets Harris. And despite first and second with no outs, Eggenberger escapes unscathed. So we will go to the 6th. Your score remains 8-2. Welcome, everybody, to the 6th inning here at the Corn Crib. 8-2 game. Prairie Flamingos ahead by 6 runs. And they'll come up to the plate to start the 6th inning here in the top half. It's going to be Adrian Arzola to lead it off. First pitch to him misses. The second pitch also misses, so it's now 2-0.
Arzola, already successful morning at the plate. Singled back in the first, walked in the second, and lined out in the third.
This time, Caleb Oakes does find the zone. 2-1 count. Nice pitch from him.
Oakes has looked strong so far.
2-1. Really nice pitch. High and away fastball. Gets Arzola to offer at it. Fouls it off to the left side. So it's now 2-2. Oaks. Here's the 2-2. Behind Arzola. Took a little bit off that one. I think it was a little bit of an off-speed pitch. Now 3-2. Full count.
Arzola didn't even move.
With the off-speed pitch, I mean, if it hits you, it hits you. It doesn't really hurt that much. That ball is skied, and I mean skied, and shot shallow right field. Hard under it. He will make the catch. Not an easy thing, as you know, Leo. The sky, obviously, it's a clear sky, not a lot. The sun's not really a factor, but with the smog and smoke that we're seeing from the wildfires, looking up into the sky hurts my eyes. So trying to field a baseball that's straight up just kind of seems like that much more difficult for the fielders that will play today.
No doubt.
First pitch to Grant Dose misses. So Oaks starts this at bat also behind 1-0. 1 out now after Arzola popped out to the second baseman Hart. Next pitch, fastball, finds the zone, evens the count immediately at 1-1. Grant Dose from Ottawa, Illinois, was coming into this game batting .300 even. Ground ball up the middle, that'll get through for a base hit. Diving try by Hart to try and keep it into the infield. It would not have mattered though. Gotta love the effort, though. Dose will be safe at first with a single.
Grant Dose with his second hit of the game now. Took that one back up the middle in the third. Very similar plate appearance. He had a bases clearing extra base hit, was then thrown out at third.
Next up is Keaton Davis, still searching for that first hit, but he's been very productive on the defensive side so far today. First pitch to him does find the zone, so Oaks will start this count ahead, 0-1.
Surprisingly, not a lot of production from the 3 and 4 hole hitters for this Prairie Flamingos lineup, yet they still find themselves up 6 runs.
Here's the 0-1. Off speed. Nice job by Davis to sit back, but he could not put good enough of a swing on it. He'll foul it off to the backstop for strike 2. Just barely tipped it with the end of his bat. Oaks has him down 0-2. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Kind of a desperate swing from Davis. Kind of just flailed at it. Did catch a piece, and he'll remain alive in this one. 0-2.
Good swing there to stay alive. Just trying to put barrel on the ball.
Dose at first. 0-2 count. And that one, an off-speed pitch, misses high. Lost the handle on it. Nothing hurt, though. The count is now 2-2. Next pitch, fastball called strike 3, paints the outside corner. And that is a second out now in this inning, and it comes with a strikeout.
And it's the 9th time of the afternoon that the Prairie Flamingos have struck out. The Bobcats have also been struck out quite a bit. A lot of Ks in this one.
Maddox Clawwater, 0 for 3 today, but one of their best hitter. He came into this game leading the team with average, and still very much so is. Came into this game with a .429 average. 0 for 3, though, today. He also came to the game with 3 strikeouts, but has struck out twice just today. So with one more strikeout, he will have doubled his total. I say that as an impressive thing, that he's only struck out 3 times and 2 strikes, and he's about to potentially, if he strikes out in this at-bat or a at-bat, he will have doubled that total. Clawwater, even 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to third. It'll be fielded cleanly by Willie. The throw in time to first. Clawwater, for the second straight time, retired via the ground out. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Becoming desperate times for the Bobcats. They're going to have to get something going and get something going quick. We'll see if they do when we come back next.
First baseman, number 29, Sam Mitri.
Sam Mitri is going to lead off this bottom half of the sixth. As we said before going to break, Bobcats down 6 runs, 8-2 game. They need to get something going and get something going right now. The first pitch will miss from Eggenberger. In the last half inning for the Bobcats, that ball's falling off to the left side. Wyatt Roof led things off, reaching on an error, and then Schickel did the same thing, reaching on another error, and it was first and second with no outs. And then Eggenberger settled in nicely, struck out Hackman, caused Stevens to fly out, and then Harris strike out looking. Next pitch in the zone, 1-2 now to Mitri. Looking at the box score right now, the Prairie Flamingos have scored 8 runs on 7 hits and have 3 errors on the defensive side. And the Bobcats, 2 runs on 4 hits with 4 errors on the defensive side. So not a clean game whatsoever for either team. The Prairie Flamingos coming up considerably on top in this one so far. As Mitri fouls this one off once again. 2-2 count now.
And the batter, Sam Mitri, the only Bobcat player responsible for both the runs that came in the first. His 2 RBI doubles scored both Caleb Hackman and Drew Stevens.
2-2 called strike 3. Eggenberger gets another strikeout. It's his second. Or sorry, it'll be his third. Starts off how he left the last inning. Harris struck out. He strikes out Mitri to open this bottom half of the 6th.
Bobcats have now struck out 5 times in this one.
Next up is Max Willie. Little chopper right back to the pitcher as Eggenberger will flip over to first for the second out. 2 down now. That was a quick out.
Bobcats trying to manufacture something. Max Willie lays down a swinging bunt, and he doesn't get anything to come out of it. 2 up, 2 down quickly for Parker Eggenberger.
Here's the first pitch to Maine. He'll take a fastball just inside for ball 1. Bobcats down to their last out in this bottom half of the 6th. If they should fail to score here, they'd have to score at least 6 runs here in the next inning. We'll see if the Prairie Flamingos can extend that and get some insurance in the top half of the 7th. But first, situation at hand, 1-1 count now to Brain Maine. Eggenberger tries to drop a slider there, called ball 2. He just missed it, 2-1. Next pitch. That one a little bit more of a clear miss, as that one's outside, 3-1 now. Not as competitive as the previous pitch. One thing you don't want to do if you're Eggenberger is walk Maine here. You got 2 outs. Got him right where you want him. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Hit in the air to left. Hackman camped under it. Makes the catch. Eggenberger, another scoreless half. We'll go to the 7th inning.
No runs, no hits, no out. We played 6.
The right-hander Brady Bax will now come in for this Bobcat squad. He comes in here in the top half of the 7th. His team down 6 runs. Bax, 10 2/3 innings pitched here in KCL action. High strikeout stuff. He's got 16, but he also struggles with command at times. He has 12 walks as well. Here's the first pitch. Bounces it in there for ball 1. Anthony Couch, the leadoff man for the Flamingos. They'd love to really take the air out of the Bobcat lineup if it hasn't been taken out already with some more runs. Second pitch. This is inside 2-0.
Brady Backus actually started the season with the normal Corn Belters in the Prospect League. Was their opening day starter in Burlington.
Bounced in there 3-0 and immediately struggling to find command. It's now 3-0. And that's going to, oh, never mind. He's just going to retrieve the ball. I thought the coach came actually jogging out of the dugout, and I thought he was going to talk to him, but just going to retrieve a baseball that bounced away from their catcher, 3-0. Next pitch. This time he finds his zone with a fastball. Strike 1, 3-1.
You mentioned his command being an issue, and with his little stint back in late May and early June with the Belters, he couldn't last more than an inning without walking 2 or 3 people.
3-1 fastball. Fought off by Couch, and despite 3 uncompetitive pitches to start this at-bat, comes back with 2 nice fastballs. So it's now a full count. And backs. Now it's anybody's, you can say anybody's game, but obviously referring to the at-bat at hand. Full count. Goes with a fastball, misses high. So that's going to be, despite coming back with 2 strikes, he will let him go. So it's going to be ball 4. So Couch will take first. Flamingos get a runner right away.
Second baseman, number 7.
Next up is going to be Boston Cats. He has not had a hit today. He struck out in the first, reached on an error in the third, and popped out in the 5th.
13 walks now on the season, charged to Brady Backus to go along with, as you mentioned, 14 earned runs on 17 hits across only 10 2/3 innings on the mound.
Bax comes set, comes to the plate with a fastball. Starts this count ahead. He dials in a fastball up and in for strike 1 to Boston Cats.
Cats looking for his first hit of this contest.
Couch over there at first as Cats fouls one off to the backstop. Coming into this game, Couch had 2 stolen bases. So doesn't run a ton, but with the big lead, we'll see if he takes off here. Here's the 0-2. Bax goes back with a fastball. It's fouled off by Cats to the right side at a line drive that'll end up near the Portillo's Club on the right side of the ballpark and remain an 0-2 count.
Cats with good hands, just a little bit late on that one. Hard hit line drive.
Going as the runner. Hit in the air. He might have to go back. It's in the gap in right field. Nobody's going to get this one. It'll bounce to be fielded by the right fielder. Harris throws it into second. By the time it comes in, Cats will have a double. It's second and third now for the Prairie Flamingos. Really nice piece from Cats.
Great piece. The center fielder, Braden Main, and the right fielder, Carter Harris, collapsed in on that ball. And it was just so perfectly placed that it was able to get down just in between them. Anthony Couch took off. If he kept running, would have had home for sure, but made the wise decision on standing around second to wait to see if that one would have been caught. Instead, it drops, and now there's 2 in scoring position for Blaine Fredmansky, who's already singled 3 times today.
First pitch, and that one caught him, I think, on the elbow guard. And he's going to walk to first. He'll take off his accessories and walk down there, and it's going to be bases loaded now. And I think Bax thought that that caught the bat. It did make kind of a hollow sound, but I think it was his elbow guard.
Yeah, very clearly the elbow guard. Backs trying to get a call. It won't work. Corners moving slightly in, middle infield in its normal positions.
So next up is going to be Nick Donovan after the hit by pitch from Friedmansky. The bases are now loaded as the first pitch misses to Donovan for a ball. A ball in play can score a run. Hit in the air to right, it's going to go foul though. That'll be out of not only play, but out of the stadium to the right side. 1-1 count.
Donovan with the chance to open this game wide open.
Next pitch. Ripped over to first. It's going to be called a foul ball. Inches away from extra bases down the right field line, but it was just a little bit foul. So it'll be a 1-2 count. Nick Donovan will have to walk back home.
Super close. It's a game of inches, as they say, Braden. And that one just not on the side of the Prairie Flamingos.
Backs would love a strikeout here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. It'll get through the infield into right field. One run is in. They're going to send the runner from second. The throw will go to third, but that throw is high, and it will bounce off the dugout. A third run is going to come in to score. Donovan thought about third. Nobody was covering. Finally, Backs, who was kind of just camped in the middle of the field, decided, hey, maybe I should cover third. He does get there in time, but it's a base-clearing double for Donovan.
First baseman, number 40.
Donovan does an impressive job taking that outside pitch in between the 3-4 hole on the right side of the infield. Anthony Couch scored with ease. Boston Cats did as well. And Blaine Friedmansky all the way from first forced the throw into third. And with the wild throw from the right fielder, Harris ended up scoring.
11-2 score now. Bobcats now will have an even bigger mountain to climb as they are now down 9 runs. And the Prairie Flamingos add on, running away with this one here at the Corn Crib. Here's the next pitch. Bounces in there. The batter is Blake Willen. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He would love to leave a mark on this one and score that 12th run with a hit here. Back set near the belt. Lifts his leg and fires. Fastball misses. Just a little bit away. It's another ball from Backs.
And still nobody out.
You got nobody out. Runner at second, Donovan. And they're going to say he balked. I looked away from my scorecard. I was looking at my scorecard. Did he fall off the mound a little bit or something?
Sure did.
Interesting. All right. Now runner at third. That pitch misses as well, and it's now 3-0, and Backs starting to show some frustration now. Nobody getting warm in the Bobcat bullpen, probably because it's an 11-2 game. Probably don't want to use another arm as Backs now finds the zone. It's now 3-1. Comes back with a fastball, and I think in an 11-2 game, I think I just stick with it here against Willen. Got to place it though. Here's the 3-1 from Backs. Taken for ball 4. So Willen gets on base for the first time today. It'll be via a walk. And the Prairie Flamingos still with no outs have runners now at the corners. We'll see if Willen will run for second. Not really that big of a threat to run, but with the runners at first and third, we'll see if he tries to pick up on what Backs is putting down. See if he can pick maybe a timing issue from him. Adrian Arzola will now step in, the lefty. Runners at the corners. Arzola has been everywhere today. He singled in the first. He walked in the second. He flew out in the third, and he popped out just an inning ago back in the 6th. He takes his 5th at-bat here in the top of the 7th. No outs, runners at the corners. First pitch to him is fouled off. Backs comes set. Ripped into center field, and that's going to score the 12th run. The Prairie Flamingos are now up double digits. It's a 12-2 ball game. Arzola stays hot with an RBI single.
Excellent piece of hitting from Adrian Arzola. Another single on the day for the right fielder. Puts the Prairie Flamingos up 10. It's 12-2 here in the top of the 7th. 2 aboard for Grant Dose, who will step up. And still nobody away. Brady Backus struggling.
The hitter is going to be Grant Dose. Lots of production today from him. To start it off in the first, he reached on an error. He did strike out in the second, though, but back in the third, taking his third at bat, he had that 3-run double. And then back in the sixth, collected his second hit with a single. He'll step up now, searching for the third hit. Already with a very respectable 2-for-4 day. Backs looking for anything to go his way right now. Attacks with the fastball. Saws off Dose to the right side of the field. That'll be strike 1.
A long strike 1 at that for Grant Dose.
Here's the 0-1. Bounces in there for a ball. 1-1 now. Willen read it well. Saw that it was caught by the Bobcat catcher Roof and retreated back to second. First and second, as we've mentioned, for the Prairie Flamingos. Still no outs. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the zone for strike 2. 1-2 now. Prairie Flamingos have extended their hit total to 9 here in the 7th inning. They've had 4 runs to show for it. It's a 12-2 game now. 1 hit away from taking it to double digits. Here's the 1-2 to Dose. Tipped into the catcher's mitt. That'll be a strikeout. Backs finally gets something to go his way. Gets a strikeout on Dose.
Good enough for his 17th strikeout of this season. A reminder that with the Flamingos win this afternoon, which looks promising as it's 12-2, they clinch a spot in that second versus third place game.
And that pitch misses low for ball 1. You'll start behind in this one.
The playoffs set to begin here on Wednesday, July 22nd, just 3 days' time.
Ripped into the right center gap on the run is the right fielder Harris, and they're going to double it off. Willen was running on the hit, but it would not drop. It was a nice play by the right fielder Harris. Make the catch. Willen had no chance to get back. Threw it in from right field, and that will be your third out. But the Prairie Flamingos get 4 insurance runs to add on to the insurance runs that they already had. It is now 12-2. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Bobcats. Last chance for the Bobcats here in the bottom of the 7th. The leadoff man is going to be Brady Hart. New pitcher out there for the Flamingos as well. It's going to be Cooper Stolfa from Illinois Wesleyan. First pitch to Hart, misses for ball 1.
Stolfa's had a decent season so far. This is just his 7th appearance, but through 8 innings of work, a 5.25 ERA.
Hart tries to go up and get some, but he'll foul it off, and it'll go behind him, behind the backstop for a foul ball. Strike 1. 1-1 now. Stolfa, a hometown kid from the Bloomington Normal area. Ripped right back at him. That caught a piece of him, and he's in some pain. It'll be barehanded by Couch, and he's going to have to walk this one off. He'll be quickly met by the Flamingo head coach, and that's something you never want to see. Luckily, it got him in the arm area or rib area, it looks like. Nothing near the head. So we'll wait to see if he can stay in the game. We'll see if he's okay.
Not an enjoyable spot to get hit. It appears to have caught him in the arm, around the elbow area. Athletic trainer marching out there toward the mound to check in on Cooper Stolfa. We mentioned his 5.25 ERA. He struck out 8 in only 8 innings so far this season. 2 walks to his name. Has allowed 12 hits and 9 runs. Only 6 of them have been earned. As he wears one there, it'll be a leadoff single off the bat of Brady Hart. And that's the first base runner that the Bobcats have seen since back in the 5th, where Wyatt Roof and Lawson Schickel both reached on errors.
Bobcats get what they wanted. They get the leadoff man on. Got to start somewhere. I want to remind everybody to stay tuned after this game. There will be yet another KCL game here at the Corn Crib. That one will be against the Blue Caps and the Ground Slots. So please, if you don't have anything going on, please stay tuned. Blue Caps currently 8-12 on the year. They lost their last game. And for the Ground Slots, they won their last game, and they are even at 9-9. So they would love to come up with a win to get above the 500 mark, at the Blue Caps trying to pull ahead of the Flamingos, but it looks like the Flamingos might get this win. So with this win, they will be in the driver's seat, still one spot above the Blue Caps should they win that game. Important games for both teams that are trying to get in the best place as possible for the playoff rounds. And we'll talk more about the Bobcats placement, because obviously they're 13-6, but a little bit of a shady couple of games, to say the least, for them. And it looks like Stolfa is going to stay out there. He threw a couple practice pitches. He's being watched by the trainer, talking with the umpire as well. And I think he's going to be okay. Yep, he's got to stay out there. He'll get one more practice pitch in. It looks to be at least mostly okay. So the new situation, Hart, the Bobcat leadoff man, singles off of the arm of Stolfa. He'll be at first with no outs, and that's going to bring up the next hitter, Wyatt Roof. Roof still searching for his first hit as well. After a brief stoppage of play, we're ready for baseball, ready for the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Bounces in there for a ball. 1-0 to Roof. Hart A little bit more than an average lead over there at first. We'll see if he tries to take second. Got to make something happen if you're the Bobcats. Big swing and a miss on the pitch from Stolfa. Away, gets a swing from Roof. Evens the count at 1-1.
Good to see Stolfa standing in strong after taking one to the elbow.
Here's the 1-1. Ripped over to second. He'll be fielded on a one hop. It eats him up a little bit. He'll get the sure out at first. The throw to second in time. Great job by Couch over there at short to field that one. Blocked it. Kept it in front of him. Had enough time. That ball was hit very hard. Had enough time to pick it up, step on first, do it himself, and throw to first for the double play. Anything that the Bobcats had going in that bottom half of the seventh has now fizzled out, and they'll have to start from scratch with Lawson Schickel. But there's now 2 outs, so not looking good for the Bobcats. Ground ball over the first. This should do it. Be fielded by Willen. He will step on the base himself, and the Prairie Flamingos win this game 12-2. Big win for them. They will now improve to 9-11, and the Bobcats will fall and move their losing streak to 3 at 13-7.
With the win, the Prairie Flamingos will play in the second versus third place game.
I will say, obviously, it's a great win for the Prairie Flamingos when they clinch that spot. But I think I want to talk about the Bobcats because another really not great loss for them. That's 3 in a row from them. They lost to the Prairie Flamingos last time they played in a nail biter. 7-8 was the loss in that one. Then they go to the Ground Sloths. They lose to the Ground Sloths, and they get shut out by them. They get 10-run ruled. And now in this one, they lose 12-2, where their team commits 5 errors. And Leo, I know that the Bobcats, obviously they've clinched the number 1 spot. They've kind of ran away with it as of late. But 3 really not great losses for them. And going to playoff time, that's not what you want to see from them.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's been a shaky end to the season. They'll have one more opportunity coming up on Tuesday. They'll end the season against the Ground Sloths, who take on the Blue Caps next. And, yeah, to your point, they're going to have to figure out something. They've let up 22 runs over the last 2 games, 30 over the last 3. So from a pitching standpoint, things need to improve dramatically, and you got to get the bats hot again. And the Bobcats lineup is one of the most dangerous in the league when it comes to hitting. But they've just been quiet as of late. It might have something to do with the fact they've already clinched that number 1 spot. But I would look for them, despite the triage of losses here, to come out swinging come playoff time.
So this game ends 12-2 in favor of the Prairie Flamingos. Bobcats, bad loss. Great win for the Prairie Flamingos. It was all of them all game long. They score in every inning except for the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And lots of crooked numbers up there for them. Please stay tuned. We're going to have the Blue Caps and the Ground Sloths up next. Me and Leo will be there to bring you that game as well. We will see you in just a few.